Hi Cancer, how are you today? Today is the 13th of August, which is 13 is the Death card. The Death card in the Major Arcana. And the whole date boils down to number 7, which is the Chariot. So what we're doing today is moving away from things that don't really serve us very well. But some people are really stuck in that. They can't see that death is very essential, death of ideas, emotions, and the way of being. So the Death card here is a lovely card to demonstrate this. Here is the priest begging death, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Or he's in cooperation. Thank you, I know you had to do it in order to get to the city of enlightenment, the city of new possibilities. So the death is on a spiritual horse and the rider waits. And spiritually, everyone has to go through a process. The death is wearing a red feather. Now, whatever red means to you, it means to you. However, today, the red is all about the Asian way of looking at things as good fortune. So putting the energy in moving forward is Chariot card. The Chariot here is moving away from his comfort zone to go away from his emotional attachment to things that are comfortable. So we have to look sometimes at things that are uncomfortable. So let's just have a look at your aspects that are moving. So what does Cancer need to know today? Right, we'll put 2 cards there and then do the changing aspects of that. So I'll just reshuffle again. Cancer. And then we're going to do the Whispers of Nature Oracle to further understand what is going on today. So guys, so for Cancer, you have the 3 of ice, baby. So where are you feeling that your heart has been closed off? In order to release pain and emotion, it's always good to have a good cry. Crying releases tension from our body, the toxins in our tears, and it just allows us to realize, yeah, I'm in pain, which is okay. It is one of the aspects of being human. And I'm sure you've all seen Terminator, where the Terminator couldn't cry, but he wanted to cry. So this is why it's vitally important to allow those tears to flow. So when things have been particularly difficult in the death situation, the end of something, maybe you're realizing now that it has ended. A situation for you has ended. So moving forward over that is good. But because this card has come up, there is something there still. And in order for you to free yourself from yourself, one needs to let that go. So if you're feeling lonely or tired in your heart, now is the time to really see that you have the willpower to steer your own vehicle. Your vehicle is your mindset, your heart, and your physicality, and moving through to your spiritual journey. So instead of really focusing in a negative way about the pain, releasing that is vitally important today. Say goodbye to it. Have a good cry and say, thank you for serving me, and then move on. So if you move on, you now have that another 3. So it's a very holy day for you, really, the trinity of your mind, body and spirit. And if you allow your spiritual side to come through with the passion and really understand that whatever you see now and whatever you feel, this is how you are today. So it's like you've created everything in your life. So experiencing that is a way of wonderment of possibilities that you can actually choose, waiting for that arrival of fantasticness. So putting the energy into your vehicle here will move it either slower or faster. So sometimes people get lost when they're in the vehicle and they keep going back to this situation. So if you're focusing too much on this, you're driving your chariot all the way back to Mr. Death and say to him, why did you do that? This is not applicable. Can you change it? Just like the priest going, why have you terminated the king? But the king of your castle had to die because he was thinking old ways. So in order to experience the wonderment and the beauty and the passion of what is going to do, see this tree, doesn't it look autumn to you? And autumn is all about falling away, the leaves falling away to nourish the tree again. So this is what you have to do, kind of let go of things in order to nourish yourself. So let's have a look at the moving factors. So you have the 10 here, which is all about suppressing. So this is another reminder to do not suppress negativity, do not feel and make it so terrible that you're feeling just overwhelmed. Why me? Why is this happening? Well, it's happening because one needs to move away from the death of the situation. I know it's hard saying that, but these cards will remind you that one needs to open up the doorway, free your heart from that jail, and really allow the possibilities to come through. I know we all lead very, very difficult lives, but it's the way one is thinking about your situation to move away from it. Does that make sense? Let's have a look. So you've actually got the source. You are the source of your life. You create what you want. So by focusing on negative things like, why did this happen to me? This is so unfair. Universe, you're giving me another situation that I can't deal with. But it's like, maybe you can deal with it. You're stronger than you've actually thought. And this is why you're running through all your life experiences. So you can reach a time where you can really be at peace and create the wonderment of just walking in a forest and touching the leaves and saying, yeah, I'm inspired now to do X, Y, and Z. So the source of all things is the divine love from the God. It is the divine love that you can channel into your life to create exactly what you do want. So you can see now, if you are the creator and you can pull down the creation, then the death of the old ways has to be, because there's no room for, there's only one body of you that contains all the other bodies, but it's like there's one you. You can't have room for two ways of thinking, two ways of having your heart. It's just you. You are in control and responsible for the way you feel, you act, think, and progress on a spiritual journey. So you are the source. So if you allow your inner voice to communicate to you now, your mental body will just relax more. So tuning into the everlasting peace of communication from the higher source, from God, you know, or if you don't kind of connect with that, you can always connect to your higher self or your spirit guide, because your spirit guide is there to help you along your spiritual journey, hence the name Spirit Guide. The spirit guide isn't there to help you park your car. Your spirit guide is there to help you on a deeper level. So listening to your inner voice, you may be connecting to your spiritual guide. We've all got one. You may not think so, or you may not believe it. That's absolutely fine. but listening to your higher self and not the negativity in your mindset or your heart would be a lot better to move away from things that are no longer serving you. Does that make sense? So we've got the consciousness card. So it looks like you can tap into your higher self and to be more conscious about where your focus is, where you're putting your energy. Are you getting sucked back into other people's negativity, sucked back into the drainingness of other people's emotions? Sometimes people will tell you to do things, or you have to act all responsible in other areas, and there isn't time for you. So the exhaustion and the suppression will kick in. But if you allow the consciousness and go, hang on a minute, I'm valuing myself, I'm not going to be sucked down anymore. It's vitally important, isn't it? So let's have a look at the Nature's Whispers Oracle, just to see what else is going on in Cancer's life. Right, so we have laughter. Oh, thank goodness for that. It was very serious reading, wasn't it? So having a laughter relaxes the body, and it also releases fantastic little hormones around the body. So this is why laughter is essential. So after you've seen perhaps a really sad movie to get these tears going, then put on a happy movie, or just mess around really and laugh. Find someone who's good at laughing and then just laugh your head off. It will release those negativity that's blocking you. So share. See the children, they're just laughing at anything. So if you can adopt that kind of attitude and just laugh, mainly at yourself, because sometimes when you're not as serious about yourself and can laugh at yourself, it just opens up huge possibilities. It really does. So I wish you all the best, Cancer, today. And if you check me on the live readings, that'll be good. Come in and say hi. Thank you for listening. Lots of love.